Hello, amazing humans and beautiful healers. It is Dr. Liz here from the Bolin Health Institute. And how many of you realize that the children in your life are mirrors for your own behaviors? I realized that over the last few weeks. My son is learning to tie his shoes, and every time he went to tie his shoes, he got frustrated. And he'd throw his hands up and say, I can't do this. I'm done. I've had enough. And he'd storm off. Now, this didn't happen once. This didn't happen twice. This was happening over and over and over again. And it was becoming a pattern. And I had no idea where he had learned this from. Because in my household, I can't do something is a dirty phrase. The expectation is that you'll learn, that you'll grow. It's going to be messy, that it may not take you the first time, and that's okay. That you will get from A to B as long as you're willing to put in the effort and you're willing to show up and do your best. So I had no idea where I'm done. I'm unwilling to learn. Screw it had come from. Until I started looking really hard at my life and where I was showing him that that was an acceptable behavior. Because he had to learn it from somewhere. And I'm well aware it was me at this point. So I took a really hard look at where I was doing that, where I was refusing to learn, where I was refusing to engage in the process of growing. And as soon as I figured that out, and as soon as I switched it, it took less than a week for my son to start enjoying learning again. He now ties his shoes and thinks that it is the best thing in the world. And it's funny how quickly things can shift in all areas of your life. So in integrative quantum health, that's the expectation, especially when it comes to healing. And I'm well aware that you can shift your entire being in a very short period of time if you're willing to switch the certain behaviors and look in the places in your life that you've avoided for years. As long as you're willing to do that, magnificent shifts can happen in a very short period of time. You just must be willing to take ownership of your stuff. So I took ownership of my stuff, and things shifted drastically in a very short period of time. And this is something that I've noticed has happened more and more lately in my life. And I want you guys to know the secret. You have the power to shift your entire world in a very short period of time, as long as you're willing to do the inner work. And being human, we can't tell our own stuff. That's why we need to work with others. Now, if you're having a hard time and you're struggling and things aren't going the way you want them to, reach out. I promise I've been there. I have many, many different shirts and many different colors about the different traumatic experiences or dealing with co-parenting or dealing with healing. I've got the smorgasbord of different traumas in my background. And it doesn't stop you from having to do the work now because your past doesn't get to define you. You don't get to avoid those areas in your life anymore. It's time to step up and it's time to heal. And if you need someone to help guide you through that and to be your biggest cheerleader and to show you the path to get to where you want to go, I want you to go book a Zoom tea. Go book a Zoom tea with me and let's figure out the best path forward with you. Because it may not be me, but it may be a resource that I have. Maybe part of the nonprofits I know of, I love referring to. Whatever it is, the first step is actually asking for help. And I'd love to be that resource for you. So go book a Zoom tea right now. Bring an actual tea and we'll see what we can do. Go book your tea now.